Ah, yeah. You know, they say music is food for the soul. Mahali na kukamatia, wewe kimbia tonight, it doesn't matter. And I have these friends, mtu kama Amina, who wants to show off na dancing style. Mtu mshahara yake amemalizia kwa gym akifundishwa kudance. But tunakatika tu, tunazikwenda. Pia maono kabisa kwenye hashtag ya Amina, hashtag meme challenge. I'm here to make sure pale kwenye feedback. Mkiniongelesha kwa mtandao, mimi nazimulika na tochi, nasema huyu amesema nini. And I'm getting some nice reactions pale kwa mtandao. Kizito ya Ola Waswa pale Facebook. You know, Facebook mlisema wasiwafiki, wasiwakumbuki. Yaola Kizito Waswa. Don't ask me anatoka wapi. When you open my head, the seed represents my brain. I'm like, kupe si ye peke hata mojo. And then you see Morioki M. Swale. When I see this, I remember kuna siku nilibai ovaki to 11 PM nikakule na sembe. Aki nilikuta hiyo mbegu ndani, karibu yote ni mbegu. Nilicheka yani hata sikupata time ya kujam, though I slept hungry. Ukacheka after sleeping hungry. Nikimalizia pale kwenye X, after kutegemea promises za bread-based government, uni Grandmaster Blueberry CG Ice, majina ngumu. And then we have at Sondi anasema, ouch, when you open up to a podcaster and the next episode, he or she starts with, I have this pal of mine, and the episode is on your predicament. Amina, umefikiwa, umemulikwa. Amina, there's a time I shared to Siri Twangu. Amina, next time, uko kwa radio unaziongelelea.
Well, I mean, that's how even musicians, you shouldn't tell them like your stories or your
secrets. Kwa ngoma?
Of course, I'll sing about it. If I'm a comedian and I'm married to you,
and you know,
at some point I'm going to talk about the story.
No, but I'm asking, baridi inaweza ongea. Jumviri says he baridi ni mbaya. Kwani baridi went?
I don't know. I'm just saying that if you are a content creator, if you're in media in any way, I talk about all my friends and all their problems on this show and on air. You know, the craziest part is when they're watching and they're like, what are your story in a sound familiar? That one now is awkward. I remember one time I was telling a story Kagwe had told me. I didn't think he was going to be watching the show. I was doing a breakfast show at the time. And he called me. He was so furious. He's like, what? You talking about that story? Yeah. Anyway, but thank you so much, Osoro. You also didn't read the tweets about tonight, Rich, but I guess we'll do that shortly. Yes?
Shortly.
All right, no problem. Thank you so much, Osoro. At The Trend Live is our handle, so keep on tweeting, keep on sending in messages of love. We love to know where you're watching the show from. People from Costo, Kisumu are complaining, saying we don't send them enough shout-outs, so here they are. Receive them. I love all of y'all from the entire country, and I hope that next weekend, from wherever you live, you will be making your way down or up to Nairobi, depending on where you live, because the biggest event is going down. It is so big when they announced the act that's coming on Sunday. Because I thought, you know, I mean, they've already announced all the big names. They announced the artist coming on Sunday, and I had literal tears. Like, I was so emotional because I am such a huge fan of Lauryn Hill, and I'm talking about Walker Town, the event that's taking place on Saturday and on Sunday. Joining me right now in studio, I have Josephine Katambo. She is the marketing manager, Scotch and Reserve Portfolio from EABL. And then I have Degs, who is one of the brand ambassadors of Johnny Walker. Hi, guys.
Hello.
First of all, John, I know this is, Josephine, I know this is not your hour, usually.
Yes. No.
So just imagine you're at an activation. Because, yes,
yeah.
So it's an event and it's happening. Hi, Degs.
What's up?
How's the album coming along?
No, it's going great, man.
It's going great.
Feedback's been amazing. People are loving it.
Yeah.
And I'm back here again.
Yes, Karibu. You should just be a host.
No, I might as well. I might as well, man.
You
if you guys are willing to take me, I'm happy to be here.
Now, Josephine, for people who don't know about Walker Town, can you just give us a brief overview?
Course. So thank you for having me. Yeah, I wish I had a drink next to me. But
yeah, so you organize. You tell us. You tell us.
Yeah, so Walker Town, for those who have not actually come for any of our events, Walker Town for us is not just an event, but more so a bold experience, a space where you'll get to have in-culture moments, but most importantly, an immersion to what makes Johnny Walker the best whiskey in the world and in Kenya.
Mm. How does it tie into walking? How
Oh, I love that. So a fun fact, Keep Walking for us is not just a tagline behind Johnny Walker the brand, but it has such a big manifesto behind it where we say we should enable consumers to be in pursuit of what their richest life is. So we are the brand that pushes you to continue pushing, continue walking, never stopping, and that's why Walker Town for us is such a bold way for us to express this, and just by not the acts that we bring, but also how we execute, who we execute with, and also the numbers that come through. Also is just a measure of the progress that we are seeing, just not even in the brand space, but also from a Kenyan entertainment scene space.
Yes.
So there's a lot of progress there. So we are the brand for progress and never standing still.
Yes, yes, that is very true, and things do get really tough for all of us, and you have to push through. You have to just find a way to wake up the next day and just keep on fighting the good fight.
Keep on walking.
How excited are you, Diggs?
No, I'm thrilled, man. I'm hype. I'm hype. You know, it's that hype, nerves. You're just excited, man. Walker Town is a massive stage. It's a massive event, and to be able to, you know, to have the privilege of being one of the artists on the stage is amazing. I'm very, very excited.
You're on stage.
I'm on stage. Ooh. You know, we gonna kill it.
Hold up. Which day? Day 1, day 2?
Which day do you think I should be on stage?
To be honest, we even put it behind you. Okay, you can clearly see my day is Lauryn Hill because I mean Rema's great.
Yes.
But I'm also a millennial.
Yes.
So you don't understand what this means to me.
As
so what day are you
performing?
performing? Sunday?
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ah, that's so cool. Okay, fine. Sunday's gonna be big. Josephine, which day are you looking forward to? I know you'll be there for both, but there has to be at least one artist that you are looking forward to seeing more than the other.
Okay, let me be honest. I'm looking forward to day 2, but not just for Lauryn, but also Nyashinsky.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. I guess because I had already seen, you know.
You'd seen the...
I had seen Nyash.
Yeah.
At Shin City. So I'm like, oh, yeah. And he just dropped new music as well, so it's going to be very, very entertaining. Yeah. Diggs, how do you feel like, you know, the lineup is incredible. How do you feel being a part of this legendary cast, honestly, lineup?
No, I think, you know, it's such a, you know, as you're saying, it's one of those incredible lineups that we don't often get to see in our country. And besides even being a performing artist, I'm like, I want to go for the shows, you know, to just watch the talent, even from day one, you know, just, you know, seeing Rema, who's, you know, one of the biggest global icons at the moment, you know, and Ardi, I'm a big fan of the UK rapper, and it's such, like, to have these guys coming in, you know, at a time when they're at, you know, peak of their success, it's not a thing that we see often. So
thank you so much.
No, it's true, man, right? And,
yeah.
you know, even like the legendary Miss Lauryn Hill, like, she's just coming back to like doing these things, to performing. And to get her when she's doing it is amazing. And it speaks highly and to the testament of, you know, Johnny Walker's brand of, you know, pushing boundaries. We're pushing, you know, what the Kenyan entertainment industry is used to. And Kenyan fans can actually enjoy these artists up front and personal.
That is very true. Usually we wait until they're
We wait until they've zekat.
They can't even dance anymore.
Yeah.
When Genuine came, he had a belly and everything, you know,
just, you know,
and back in the day it was his abs and he's, you know, singing about
pony, you know.
Things change. You know, he has kids doing nini, talking about homework. You're like, huh? So it changes, but I want to talk about the impact that Walker Town has on the local music scene.
Oh, okay, that's great, because one of the greatest things that we want Walker Town to be known for, because after the events and all, we also want to know the impact that we are landing in the economy. So one of the greatest things that we're seeing is that we are playing Kenyan music, right? If you just look at Spotify, Apple Music, so Kenyan music is on the map. And our hope, just in line with our vision around pushing boundaries to taste more out of life. I'm looking forward maybe 10 years down the line.
Yeah.
It will be our local acts getting into the global stage, and we are having a discussion how guys there are super excited to see them on stage because of just the boundaries and the places and spaces their music is taking them.
Yeah, and not only that, something you haven't even mentioned is that when you bring all of us together, all of us as acts, all of us as artists, we form lifelong relationships.
Absolutely.
Like now RD can do a song with Bien, or RD will introduce, you know, Bien to somebody else, or you'll find that Rema and Bien are now coming. Because you never meet these guys. Let me just tell you, it's so hard to reach them, to get them. So just even being in their room, you know, the way they inspire you, talking about their own careers, you pick, you know, things and you learn, hey, okay, so Tex does it like this, I'll also, you know, change something and switch it up. You know, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Definitely.
Now, another thing, and I saw people asking this online, no, you do not have to drink. It's okay, by the way. Kujeni mjibambe. My people online, come, of course, and enjoy yourself. Drink a lot of water, eat nicely. For those of you who will be imbibing. Why shouldn't they miss this day index, both days? Why shouldn't they miss? Why shouldn't they watch this on their timeline, on DSTL?
I'd just be curious, you know, what excuse would you have to miss it? It's a once in a lifetime show, you know. What else would you be doing apart from going? You know, pick your day. If you want to do 2 days, get the season pass. If you want to do 1 day, pick your artist. But I mean, genuinely, what else would you be doing that would keep you away from the biggest show in the country?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, you said something as well, Josephine. You said that the event, both of you have said that it is changing our perception of events in the country. You're pushing the boundary. It is a balance between two things. Yes, here we go, Walker Town, as it goes on to transform the entertainment industry by creating a seamless blend of music and luxury lifestyle. Oh, okay, so let's touch on that luxury lifestyle at the event.
Yes, so one of the greatest things that we also want to appreciate is that luxury is a thing, just by the guests you had previously on the show. So we also want to make sure that we are catering to that type of consumer. So we have the VVIP and now what we're calling the Lux scene. So all you have to do is just make sure you show up. There will be luxury parking for you. You don't have to stress on how you'll get to where you'll sit. Of course, we'll host you nicely with food. So all you gotta do is buy a Johnny Walker Blue and you'll have access for you and a friend.
Wait, but this is for VVIP?
VVIP.
Oh,
yeah.
That is...
So it's a proper luxury experience. Of course, now going up to serving you with our world-class bartenders. We've just come off the world-class competition. So we have a lot of amazing talent. We also want to showcase what they can do with mixed drinks. And of course, amazing flavors with Johnny Walker.
And how do you promote the Kenyan culture?
Ooh,
because I know it's also something big that happens at Walker Town.
Yes, so Kenyan culture is quite broad and moving also quite fast.
Yeah.
So it just in line also with KBL, we believe celebrating life every day, everywhere, and Kenyans, we love to celebrate. So Walker Town will have that element of celebration just along with our culture, but there's going to be food, music, art. We'll get to see different ways of how the Kenyan creative economy is expressing themselves through food. Of course, now going to the partners that we are working with, there's going to be a lot of art and fashion. So please do come decked out because we would want to know who you're wearing and why you're wearing. Made for Kenya by Kenyans.
I was just surprised how you guys are going to up it from last year. Because last year was great. Did you see the VIP?
Last year was
Did you
heavy.
see it?
Yeah, last year was amazing.
It was.
Last
I
year
don't know
was
how
amazing.
they're going to top it from last
Actually,
year.
yeah,
The pressure that is on the organizer right now, wherever they are.
Extra pressure.
Yeah.
Because extra pressure, baby, when you want to go. How do you select these artists? How do you decide, Josephine, and say we're going to have, you know, so-and-so from the UK and so-and-so from the US? What determines that, the criteria?
So first of all, Walker Town is not something that we just wanted to keep alive in Kenya. We want it to be East Africa, Africa, global. Okay. So we have a team which we call our Culture Council that has people who are outside KBL or EABL or even Diageo who give us these insights. Of course, we tap into research to understand who's hot currently and what are people looking forward to see. But we add our own taste and flavor into it, just in line with pushing boundaries and seeing how far we can go. Because I think one of the greatest things that we've seen since we announced Lauren is how the millennials are super excited. But of course, there's also that big excitement with RD, BN, and Rema for day one. So this time is, of course, there's a lot of pressure, but we are upping the game. Yeah. So be sure, if you thought last year was great, you've not seen yet.
Yes, because I did not think that you guys can get someone bigger than
Fali?
than
Fali.
Fali. I just, let me tell you, people were losing their ever-loving minds, bro. These are grown people. We were there in the audience. There was nothing, you know, during whether the main act's performances, no one cares which side you're on. You could even go to regular for all you care. You just want to watch the performance. So people
I mean, last year was crazy. I remember my uncle calling to ask for a ticket. I was like, that's how you know the bash has figured.
Yes, because it's everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing with Lauren is that she cuts across. It's not just millennials. It's everybody between the age, I think, of 35 all the way to like 60. You know, she has one of Whitney Houston used to call people who have really nice vocals, like she had a term for them, and would, you know, like she would refer to Brandy and say the Bible of voices. Lauren raps, sings.
Oh yeah.
That, listen,
she's
She
multifaceted.
It's going to be one of those performances that I think I'm just really truly excited about, and I'm so thankful that EABL for us who are paras, you know, absolute party. So for you, Degs, what is this that you know you will do differently on stage? What are you going to bring at the Walker Town stage? This isn't just any other stage. No
pressure. You know, I think for me it's just to, you know, to showcase my live abilities, my ability to just connect with the crowd. You know, I really enjoy performing. When I make music, I make it with, you know, the insight of wanting to perform it, and I already think about, you know, how I would want to do it. And so this is just a chance to showcase, you know, what I've been dreaming of doing since I made the music.
Yes.
Yeah, so
it's so timely as well with the album.
Absolutely.
So now you have all this material to perform. And I have to ask you, Josephine had already talked about it, so I want to know how Walker Town, right, Keep Walking, how Keep Walking resonates with you as an artist on a personal level.
I mean, I think it really does, man. Besides working with the brand, it really does fit the journey that I've taken with my music. Obviously, you know, I was on in the 2010s, and then took a little break and re-strategized and refocused, and sort of came back. And sort of with each time you try and tell yourself that you need to come back to it, you have to convince yourself that you're good enough. You have to convince yourself that people still want to listen to your music. And that sort of resilience that you have to, you have to capture in your mind and put in your music is what, to me, also embodies the Keep Walking spirit, which is, just daring to be yourself, daring to be different, bold in every decision that you make. Yeah.
Wonderful response. I see why they hired you. Wow, Diggs, that is really well put. You're absolutely right, because your career has really had, a number of highs, many highs, and then there have been some lows, and you kept disappearing. Now you've been consistent, but you kept on taking a break.
You take a break, you keep walking, but you have to keep breathing too, so it's important to take the highs, and I wouldn't call them lows, but the ebbs and the valleys and the highs, man.
Yeah, you have to take them all. You're absolutely right. The entertainment industry, it's not for the faint-hearted.
It isn't.
Truly, it's not.
No.
1 minute you're everywhere, and the next minute you're being blackballed, or it's political. You're like, what is going on? What exactly is going on?
Yeah.
Now, there's also a very important message that EABL always drives, and that is responsible drinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it will be the same.
So just to keep it simple, we drink better, not more. Yeah, but one of the greatest things also we're encouraging guys this time is that even when you come and you want to have a great time, please don't drive. We have an offer that we've partnered with one of the cab companies.
Okay.
And there'll be a code where you get a percentage off, so that at least we make sure that you get home safe. There'll be a lot of water stations. But most importantly, don't look at it as I need to come and just party hard, but most importantly, celebrate this amazing space that we have created. And of course, get to see the new and dynamic ways how whiskey and scotch can be enjoyed. But most importantly, be in the space that Johnny Walker wants you to keep walking and push boundaries.
Yes, and push boundaries. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. I have a question.
Go ahead and ask.
What are we looking forward to in terms of, if you have one memory of your previous Walker Towns, what would you say is the one thing you're looking forward to for this one?
You know, that's a very good question. I had so many different things that were happening that was so good that I don't know. Definitely having a time with my sisters, because usually we don't party together. They're Muslim, so they don't go out much. But it was just beautiful to have all these people around. You know, most of my friends were also there, so it was a really big group of people. I really, really loved that. Then the security where we were was so good, so we kept leaving our bags, which you shouldn't. I'm not saying do that. That was pretty cool as well, that I loved. Of course, the food, standard, but also on the other side was it had this sinking chair, like where was like green,
the flavor lounge.
The flavor lounge.
Nice. Yes, I really, really liked the flavor lounge, so I'm also looking forward to that. Yeah, and I mean, the performances you have to
highlight.
Yes, Fally is a beast. Fally is who he thinks he is.
Yeah.
He deserved every coin he was paid. You know, he came on, he gave us such a wonderful performance. Tiwa Savage was also incredible. But Fally really took the day.
Took the night.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm looking forward to. What about you?
Yo, that VIP was popping, man. It was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience. Honestly, I also, you know what I didn't know? I didn't know how much Kenyans loved Fally Ipupa. I didn't know that we were French speaking. All of a sudden, everybody is. I was like, what?
You look around, bonjour, I'm like, you went in Kisi,
it was quite interesting. That was a shocker for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Fally had that much love and that people had, this ability to speak French all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's called influence.
I'm telling you.
Even Rema, you'll see, he'll make us sing that Abebo, that song. Who's your daddy? No, what is that? But people are going to sing it, trust me. Yeah. I also didn't know Fally had that much.
Yeah,
love,
no, but it was, I mean, amazing setup, amazing vibes, as you're saying, top security.
Yeah.
And yeah, just, I think it's just one of those bashes that you leave and you're like,
what a good party.
Man, when's the next one?
And you know, the last one, Nyash performed in the morning.
Yes.
It was drizzling.
Yes.
It was still full to capacity. I was there on a chair. I shouldn't have been, but it was also really late, Josephine. Don't worry. Yeah. Ilibamba. What about you? What did you enjoy so much last time that you hopefully want to experience as well this Walker Town?
For me, seeing the numbers, oh my gosh, when you plan events, and of course the team can attest to this, is the magic that comes through when people transform the space. Because it can be all great, you plan it well, but now it transforms when you see the people having a great time. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. So guys, please buy your tickets. We have early bird till Sunday. Don't lose out on a chance to get yourself a ticket and your friend, of course. And please follow us on socials. We have some really cool stuff. Yeah, be there. Johnny Walker KE. You might just get lucky.
Might?
It might.
Even tonight I thought I will ingiza you box and ask for my viewers. Nimeambiwa pana. Nunueni kwa sasa. Nunueni tikiti. But yeah, please make sure you buy the ticket. And this thing happens, and you can both attest to this, when the artists start landing. All of a sudden. And then on the day of. And I really suspect that tickets will sell out. I have told you in advance. Please don't call everyone who's ever worked at EABL, anyone you saw on the poster, you start making those calls. Don't do that now. Just please buy the tickets. Don't wait until you're like, "Hi, kumbe liko kweli? Aya, Rema ni ukweli alikuwa akuje." Yes, they're coming, so please make sure that you buy your tickets. VIP will be VVIP, will be an incredible experience. So if you can afford it, it's very different enjoying yourself on a night out when you are seated comfortably, when you're, just you have someone you can just call pole pole. When you go out, usually you go and fight for your life there at the bar. You do, right? True. So you don't have to do that this time around at Walker Town. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So is this going to be annual? So it's annual?
Yes,
Okay.
and we are hoping that we actually take it further and do it quarterly, spread it across East Africa. So yeah, keep supporting us and watch this space.
People are asking around the country.
Oh yes,
yeah, 'cause
absolutely.
Walker Town,
So
Mombasa, Walker Town, LD.
we've done Meru, we've actually done Eldoret, Nashinsky for
Okay.
Shin City.
Yeah, but that was last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this year definitely way much more that. So yeah, call us. We'll come to your town.
Yeah. Oh, call us. We'll come to
Call
your
us.
town. We'll come to your city. We'll
Yeah,
come to your city.
Walker Town is moving.
Yes, they're walking everywhere, okay? Keep walking, they're walking everywhere. All right, so now Walker Town, an absolute blend of luxury, entertainment. Oh, you just have to come, you have to come. Thank you so much. Josephine Katambo, the marketing manager, Scotch and Reserve Portfolio EABL, and of course Degs, my very good friend, performing artist who will be on stage. He's also a brand ambassador who celebrates the whiskey that is Johnny Walker Black. Right?
Yes,
all right,
sir.
fantastic. So we need to have Mojo back. Mojo, you need to play a little something. All right, the hashtag here Mina at the Trend Live. So mnaona nilijaribu. I was going to ask for tickets, by the way. Nilitry, nimetry, nitaendelea lakini nimetry. Buy your tickets, guys. Buy your tickets. Mojo, when you're ready, you can just play that thing. When we get back, Osodo will also be reading those messages. And we also have one more interview before we go. So stick around for that. Thank you so much. Hi, Mojo. Cheza basi.